many nations of the Indo-Pacific region, the sovereign nations of the Indo-Pacific.
The Indo-Pacific. Donald Trump summing up America's new geopolitical worldview for Asia. Put simply, it's a different way of labeling what we usually call Asia-Pacific, emphasizing the rise of India in the face of China's growing global clout. He's not the first American president to try to boil down foreign policy into just a few words. A century ago, it was another New Yorker, Teddy Roosevelt, who said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." Essentially, let America's power do the talking. That's a bit wordy, so now it's just big stick diplomacy. Fast forward a few decades, and we have ping-pong diplomacy. During the Nixon years, that meant using table tennis to score maximum points in opening up China.
To ignore the facts of history and the aggressive impulses of an evil empire.
Ronald Reagan had his own take on Cold War politics. His rhetorical battle against the Soviet Union included phrases like Star Wars. Was it a missile defense shield, or was it a film franchise? In this case, both, actually. George W. Bush had a bit of the cinematic flair to him as well.
States like these and their terrorist allies constitute an axis of evil.
Barack Obama's policy was a pivot to Asia. That was about seizing the opportunities, economic and political, in the region. Whether that succeeded, remains to be seen. You'll notice we skipped over Bill Clinton, himself a pretty smooth talker. His doctrine of enlargement was a shout-out to globalization. Not a very catchy one, I'm afraid, but a lasting legacy. President Trump is hoping his phrase,
Indo-Pacific,
will stand the test of time. Hard to imagine, though, it being quite as memorable as some of his others.
You're fired.